Good morning, Darren.
Hey, great to see you, Melissa.
So happy to see you, and thank you so much for coming on to the interview.
I'm grateful to be here and make a difference. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity.
Amazing. So happy to see you. So basically, it's three segments. The first segment is how did you come about getting to know EXP and why did you join? And how's your
Sure.
experience so far? Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you're one of the directors on the board of EXP Realty.
Yes. So I'm one of the independent board of director members of EXP World Holdings, and I'm the longest
Yes.
standing independent board of directors member within the company's history.
Yes.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I'm very grateful for that.
Yes. So how did you come about like being on the board of director? How did you get involved?
Well, it's really interesting. So I'll just kind of tell you a little bit of the backstory. In 2011,
Okay.
so my background is for many years, I traveled the world as one of the top corporate trainers on the planet, 50
Hmm.
countries on four continents, and personally trained and developed over 1 million people. And I have a journal, and I journal every day as a non-negotiable daily habit. In 2011, I'm flying from San Francisco, California to New York City on United Airlines, and I'm journaling
Wow.
on my flight that I want to get onto paid advisory boards and paid boards of directors of public and private companies throughout the world because I have a lot
Hmm.
to contribute. And so in 2013, I got a telephone call from a family here in Canada, actually based in Kelowna, British Columbia, Canada. And they're investors. They're a very successful family, a high net worth family, and they'd known this entrepreneur they'd had previously invested in over the years. They had a long history with him that they'd known. So they phoned me up and they said, listen, would you want to be willing to be part of our due diligence team and fly from Vancouver to Kelowna, British Columbia, Canada, your own financial expense? You cover all your travel expenses, but you get a chance to be part of our due diligence team and take a look at this opportunity. So I thought, wow, what a great way to be around, proximity is power. What a great way to be around other people who are making things happen and moving the needle in business, getting results. So I flew back my own expense, met with the founder, Glenn Sanford, brilliant guy. He's a genius. He's like the Wayne Gretzky's of hockey. He knows where the hockey puck is going to be before the hockey puck is there. And the guy, for anybody watching this who does not know who Glenn Sanford is, put him on your must meet list. I highly recommend you meet him or at least study him. And so I had a chance to spend some one-on-one time with him, with the family. And I was very impressed with him. Didn't understand the business model back in 2013 of EXP Realty because it was so far into the future. This is 2013, right? So today it's 2021. People today understanding working remotely or working virtually or being location dependent, living life on your own terms. So back in 2013, that was so far advanced in terms of forward thinking. So I went back and forth over several months with the family to protect their capital because they're looking at investing in EXP. The company started in 2009, but there's only a couple hundred people in the entire company. I think they're only in 2 US states, I think Washington State and Arizona. So it's a really small kind of a startup company building the airplane as you're flying it. And I really took a liking to Glenn Sanford. Number one, his integrity, his character, behavior never lies. And when you sit down with somebody after a few minutes, you can kind of judge the character. Do they show up on time? Are they professional? What's their code of ethics? All that kind of stuff, because time will either promote you or time will expose you. It's just a matter of time. And I want to get around people where I get promoted and not get exposed, because that then opens up, risk mitigation and asset protection challenges going forward, which costs time and money and energy. And I don't want to get around that. So I'm all about risk mitigation and protecting the downside. So reputational management and who you hang out with and who you associate with is so very important. And so I make decisions fast, but they're very calculated decisions. But I rely on a team of people around me that are like-minded, and I get their feedback on, whether we're calm, cautious, or nervous to make a decision. So I really took a liking to Glenn Sanford. And I thought, this guy's brilliant. And so the family came to me and said, listen, would you consider being an independent board of directors of this small company? You can provide vast value in terms of growth and scale of the organization. You can open some doors, make some introductions, and help to really unfold in terms of growing and scaling this company because of my background with corporate training. But also I hang out with a lot of high net worth and ultra high net worth people around the world. I travel in those circles frequently. And also too, I have a lot of experience, but I've also built a network of people in over 100 countries around the world, of a lot of the who's who people.
Wow.
So I can make phone calls and send text messages and make things happen very, very quickly with speed and execution and deliver results. And I just thought, wow. So I said, before I make a decision, let me do my own independent due diligence and let me go to people I trust and respect and admire who have more history and experience than me. So I went to 73 different people. I documented it into a spreadsheet, 73 different people that I asked, hey, do you think I should consider taking a independent board of directors position with EXP Realty? They can't pay me, but they'll give me equity in place of my board compensation. Across North America, these are people who've been in the real estate industry for decades. A lot of history, a lot of experience. They're brokers, they're high net worth, they're top, producing individuals and teams. All 73 people said, Darren, do not get involved with this company. It's going nowhere fast. It's not going to be a hero. It's going to be a zero. It's going to go bust. Okay. And I'm like, what do you mean? They said, listen, you're going to compete against some of the biggest brand names in real estate on the North American continent who've got very deep financial pockets. They've got huge brand recognition. They got lots of cash reserves, and they're household names. They're well known to the North American population. And you can't compete against them. You got no money in the bank account. You're a small little startup company with big hopes and big dreams and big ambitions. Those are Me Too companies. They come and go. They're a dime a dozen. And so that was the constructive feedback I got from all 73 people. Don't get involved with this. But my gut, so I like to go hiking. I like to be out in the wilderness and nature. My gut says go for a hike. So I'm here in Vancouver, Canada. I go for a hike, and my gut says, you know what? Believe in the entrepreneur. Believe in Glenn. He's the jockey on the horse. The business model is the horse. You can always get a different horse, but you can't replace the entrepreneur, the visionary. And so I phoned the family up. I said, listen, I'm in, even though I'm getting a lot of feedback. I'm getting a lot of criticism. A lot of people are laughing at me. They're making me look like a fool here, but who cares? That's just all noise to me. That's just all distraction. I'm going to follow what my gut tells me and my own history and experience from traveling the world many times and being around a lot of influential people. So in 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016, a lot of criticism, a lot of people slamming me and trashing me and bashing me, saying, how's that little company going? Well, as we know today, numbers don't lie, people do. And when people do a deep due diligence of our business model, what we've done, we've disrupted the residential industry internationally, real estate industry. I've had a chance to go to NASDAQ now twice in New York City, ringing the closing bell with a team of brilliant people who run all the day-to-day operations, some great people. And our leadership team, our executive team are just incredible. And to me, it's about a character, it's about core values, and it's also about integrity. Because without integrity, nothing works. There's no workability. You can hang out and associate with people and get around people who circumvent and lack integrity, but guess what? That house of cards is going to fall down over time, because time will either promote you or time will expose you. So I just get more and more excited every week, every month about what we're doing here, because our growth and scale has just been incredible. When we started with just a couple hundred people back in 2013, and today, the time of this recording, we have 65,000 agents in 19 countries on 5 continents around the planet, and we're growing every month. In a few months now, when people watch back on this recording, we'll be, more and more agents, more and more countries are unfolding because we're a proactive team, because we're virtual. And so that's a little bit about me. I'm grateful to be here. I love the people. I love our culture, and I love what we stand for. And I love the difference that we're making in people's lives through all the wonderful training development and our global family. Amazing.
That is so inspirational, your journey with EXP.
Yeah, it's been incredible. And we were building the airplanes, we were flying it. When we got started back in 2013, 2014, like people coming in now, it's so much easier. You can go out there, you can tell the story. People are familiar with it. We're a publicly traded company. We've got a lot of visibility, a lot of exposure on social media and the media and the financial analysts. We've got a lot of coverage in that area. Well, back in the early days, we didn't have that visibility and exposure. We didn't have that backing. We didn't have that validation and verification today when people do their discovery process and due diligence. We were just telling a story of big hopes and dreams, and people were laughing at us. Well, today they don't laugh at us because it's all served as self-evident today. And, we've got an incredible track record of what we've done.
So what would you say to someone feel like they missed the boat, like they didn't join earlier?
Well, good question. So that's a frequently asked question I get asked all the time. So this is public information. So people who do a bit of research online or watch different YouTube videos or go to different social media channels, it's been publicly stated and documented multiple times that our goal with EXP is to have 1 million agents in 100 countries around the world over the next 10 years. So, we're at 65,000 licensed agents in 19 countries right now on 5 continents. So I look at from a bigger picture, if you run the numbers, 19 countries, 65,000 agents, and our growth is to get to 1 million agents in 100 countries. So when I see that, timing is important, but you got to look at, we're a global village today. Technology has virtualized the planet, and you can be location dependent from an efficiency standpoint. You can be anywhere in the world and do business. That's what I like about living the laptop lifestyle for people who love to travel or be in different locations or, raise their children in different environments. You can be anywhere. You don't have to go to the physical bricks and mortar office anymore, like the Blockbuster Video. You've got Netflix. You've got a company that is incredible when it comes to technology and being environmentally sound, because we're a paperless company and we do things in real time. Like we're speed and execution in this company. And so the thing I look at is that, there's a lot of upside to where we're going. And I think, my own personal opinion, we're just getting started. Because, the first couple of years, we had to figure out processes and policies and procedures and systems and strategies, and we had to craft our store, and we had to get verification and validation who we are. But now we've got enough history and data behind us. We're 11-year-old company now. We're not the new kid on the block, but the cool thing is we're run by entrepreneurs. We're not run by MBAs. We're not run by accountants and lawyers. We're not run by PhDs. We're not run by corporate America or corporate Canada traditional hierarchy. We're a very collaborative environment. And the key thing is we metric everything. We're a data-driven company. And so the key thing is we use things called KPIs, key performance indicators, and NPS, which is net promoter scores. So we're constantly getting feedback, because if you take care of the people in the organization, they'll take care of the company. See, our clients are the licensed agents and brokers. And if we take care of them and we listen to them, we understand what their pain points are and what their frustrations and their challenges, and we're intimate with them as a global family, and we're constantly assessing on a weekly basis, what's our net promoter score? What's our key performance indicators? So we're constantly, because when you collect the data, when you're a data-driven company, when you collect the data and you analyze the data will tell you what to do. And that's what most companies, they miss the boat on that. They do not collect the data. Well, we're data obsessed. We're obsessed with metricing and collecting the data and then analyzing the data on what our next 5 moves are going to be. And so that's a big blind spot from my experience. Again, listen, I was a corporate trader for 25 years, trading the largest corporations on the planet. 157 of the Fortune 500 companies were my clients, wrote me checks to corporate train them. So I've got a lot of history and experience of a couple decades of traveling the world and getting behind the scenes on non-disclosure agreements and confidentiality agreements of training these corporations and having breakfasts and lunches and dinners with the decision makers and the boards of directors and the owners of these companies that are first, second, third generation, fourth, fifth generation families. Some of these companies have been around for 100+ years. So I got a chance to really lift the hood and see things from a really deep dive level. And so that's why I'm excited about our business model. Yeah, we're disruptive. People love and hate us in the industry. You're going to find good and bad and ugly stuff on the internet about us. Hey, listen, when you're making waves and you're changing and disrupting something that's been stagnant for decades, an industry, and you're creating something new, the next generation, the 2.0 version, you're going to have people who are traditional, who do not like change, are going to get uncomfortable, and they're going to say nasty things about you. And I don't care. It's sport to me. You can pick your favorite sports team, you go to an arena, and you're going to have people who are cheering for you and booing for you. I just like to be part of a winning team, because what excites me also too is looking at the agents who are in this to create generational wealth.
Hello, I'm Melissa Wu. Thank you for watching this video. If you like it, subscribe to our YouTube channel, share it with your family and friends, and smash the like button. Thank you. 你好，我是胡建龙。如果你喜欢这个 video 的话，请你 subscribe to 我们的 YouTube channel， 然后跟大家分享，还有给我一个赞。谢谢。你好，我係胡錦龍。如果你喜歡呢個 video 嘅話，請你 subscribe to 我哋嘅 YouTube channel， 同大家分享，仲有點個讚。多謝。